For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Vols will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Auburn's offense takes the field to start this game off. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vols!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking downfield, it's Kent. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Pressure coming. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air, it's Kent. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Vols are in the hurry-up. They'll try to pop the draw. Sweet cut there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Makes the grab on the left.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The RPO, it's complete. It's a running, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here is the Tennessee offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Looking for a gap. It's Jocelyn. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. The give out of the gun. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Back to throw, it's Kent. Here's a hit. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got him. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Jocelyn. At the 40, there he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Quick release by the QB. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll immediately call timeout.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
He's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Back to throw, it's Kent. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jocelyn. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Volunteers are marching down the field.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Virginia Tech is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost feels like they were ready the moment they arrived at the stadium. They're up by 35 over Boston College. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll leave it with him. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Tight end finds a soft spot. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Now on the move. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Power football with the run. Quick spin on the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs. It's Rob. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job. And
he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 15. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him. Six-yard line. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Kent. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Vols with the 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Vols! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here is the Tennessee offense. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Finds his big tight end. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Beckham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Mills. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. To the air on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games, and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.